Space Marine Scouts. The thump of exploding fuel dumps, or the sudden hiss and crack of sniper rounds punching through skulls. These are the sounds of Space Marine Scouts at war. Though not yet fully fledged Space Marines, Scout squads are still proficient in the use of such varied weapons as shotguns, heavy bolters, sniper rifles, and bolt pistols. Some are deployed in swift hit-and-run raiding parties to sow confusion among enemy supply lines. Others take to concealed vantage points and panic the enemy with long-range sniping, or harass the foe's flanks in order to disrupt their ability to attack or defend. Space Marine Scouts are expected to learn much during their training, facing a grueling regime that not all will survive. Not only must they master the biologically engineered enhancements that are at work within their bodies, they also have to learn the litanies of battle that will fortify them spiritually. They must become proficient with many varied tools of war, and must fight in the shadows of their more experienced battle brothers until they ascend to join their ranks, or fall in the attempt. All scouts learn the art of bike-mounted warfare during their training. Though this form of combat is a risky proposition for these novice warriors, the speed granted by the bikes allows the scouts to gather intel on enemy movements or launch opportunistic ambushes. Many squads of scout bikers also carry locator beacons in order to facilitate drop or teleport assaults behind enemy lines, and packs of cluster mines that can be used to booby-trap the terrain ahead of an enemy advance. When scouts are deployed to a battle zone, they will often make use of a transport designed specifically for stealth insertions and fire support, the Landspeeder Storm. This adaptable craft is a light transport variant of the standard Landspeeder chassis, with baffled engines and sophisticated sensor arrays. Used exclusively by the Scouts, the Storm provides its passengers with a wide range of strategic options. With its Cerberus launcher and heavy bolter, the Storm is able to lay down highly disruptive covering fire, while its jamming beacon prevents enemies from summoning reinforcements. Furthermore, the presence of a Landspeeder Storm ensures that a scout squad always has a viable extraction route, should one be required. The first the enemy knows of a scout squad's presence is when its advance is brought to a sudden, violent halt. Heads snap back and warriors crumple to the floor, neat holes drilled through their skulls by sniper fire. The sudden boom of shotguns sees foes thrown from their feet with bloody craters blasted in their chests and backs. Bolt pistols bark, counterpointed by the thump of heavy bolter fire and the screams of the dying, as enemies caught in the crossfire are torn apart by mass reactive shells. Even artillery and heavy weapons troopers are not safe, as ambushing scouts burst from concealment to wreak havoc on the enemy's rear lines. However a scout squad chooses to attack its foes, it will be with total surprise and from an unexpected quarter, their stealth and cunning proving to be just as deadly as bolter and blade. Racing across the blasted battlegrounds of the 41st millennium, scout bikers use their speed and maneuverability to outflank and outwit their foes. Shadowing their enemies' movements, the scout bikers probe for weaknesses and assess the foe's intentions. Only once the element of surprise is guaranteed do they strike, roaring suddenly from concealment with guns blazing. The enemy surge to react, only to find themselves entangled in the scout bikers' carefully laid traps. Munitions thump and boom as snare mines explode with furious force, reducing shocked foes to fountains of flesh and blood. Into the milling survivors slam the scout bikers, lashing out with their weapons. Once the enemy is slaughtered, the scout bikes begin their hunt anew, searching for another prime target to ambush and destroy.